Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we are going to make an amazing plant-based pepperoni.
It's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
Hey everybody, I hope you are all well today. Boy, do I have a treat for you. I don't know about you, but I used to absolutely love pepperoni pizza, especially because of the pepperonis. But like you all know, if you switch to a plant-based diet or if you're considering a plant-based diet, pepperoni, salami, all those kind of cured, heavily processed meats is a definite no-go. But you can still have that flavor. So I'm gonna recreate that for you today. We are making a plant-based pepperoni. So it just involves a little bit of prep, but other than that, super easy, super simple. You just throw it all together and bake it. So what I have here is a half a cup of quinoa and half a cup of buckwheat that I have soaked for about 6 hours. I already drained it off and rinsed it off a little bit. And all you need other than that is your food processor. So yeah, just a blender probably won't work. So a food processor is much better. We're just going to toss this in there. And then I'm going to tell you about all these spices here, because it does take a considerable amount of spice, because you know pepperoni is pretty zingy and full of flavor. So I have some garlic powder, I've got smoked paprika, onion powder, cracked pepper, lots of cracked pepper, and fennel seeds. And then I also have some stone ground mustard. And then I'll tell you about the other stuff. But if you want the whole recipe, there'll be a printed version in the link below. So now we're just going to get all of that into the food processor. So I've got a half a cup of just raw sunflower seeds. And that is going to be in place of, if you know anything about pepperoni, if you see all the little white specks in the meat, it's tallow. It's like a meat, it's essentially like lard, which is a fat. So the sunflower is going to take place of that. It's a very healthy whole food fat. And it actually ends up looking like that tallow. So then we're going to put our spices in there. And it may seem like a lot, but you really need this to get all of that flavor. Because when you slice that pepperoni up, it's really thin. So each one of those pieces has to be packed with flavor. Oops, sorry, we got all the spices. Then we have 3 tablespoons of flax meal, which is just ground flax seeds, and 3 tablespoons of psyllium husk powder. And that's what's going to help it set up really nice and firm. Then we're going to put in about a tablespoon, just guesstimating here, of stone ground mustard. And I like to use the stone ground mustard because it just has a lot more flavor, and it's more of the seed part that you want. It's just more flavor. And then let me see how much of this. We need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and that's going to give it a nice rich depth of flavor also. And this is a no salt tomato paste. I'm going to put in our fennel seeds here, and I just lightly ground them up in my mortar and pestle. If you don't have one of these, you could do it really lightly in just like a NutriBullet or a Magic Bullet or something like that, a small blender. Just do it really light. You don't want it super ground fine. You still want to be able to see some of the seeds, because that is a real typical flavor in pepperoni. That's what gives it its signature flavor. That and the cracked pepper. Then we've got half a cup of, this is just a low sodium vegetable broth. And then, how much do we have of this? 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos. If you don't have liquid aminos, just like my other recipes, you can use a low sodium soy sauce or tamari. That's going to give it the saltiness. So this is not a low salt pepperoni. You could leave it out, but I really think the salt gives it that depth of flavor. And you know, on the pepperoni itself, you're gonna get these teeny little slices. You're not gonna get that much sodium, really. Okay, so now we're just gonna blend this up until it's really uniform in its look, and it's all gonna kind of stick together. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share with you some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our new Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting members. By becoming a supporting member, you gain access to great member perks like monthly product giveaways, free downloads of our ebooks, and access to our in-depth courses, including our 28 Days Plant-Based Made Easy course, where we offer a step-by-step guide to making the switch to a fully plant-based diet. We create this show for the hundreds of thousands of viewers just like you who tune in each month from all over the world to make it easy for everyone to live a plant-based lifestyle. So if you love our content, please join us on our mission and become a supporting member today by following the link in the description. Okay, let's get back to the show. Okay, and you don't want to take it too far down. You don't want it to be a super fine paste. You still want it to look kind of grainy because you want to see those little dots of the grain because that's what makes it look like real pepperoni. Okay, so I already have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And then you need a baking tray with some parchment paper. This is pretty essential because we're going to use this parchment paper to roll it and to kind of get it into a nice tube shape. You could do that with your hands, but if you want it to look a lot nicer and smoother and more uniform, it's easier to just use your parchment paper. So now we're just going to plunk it out here. Oh, I wish you could smell this right now. That fennel is just magic. Set that aside. Okay, this is the part we're going to get a little bit dirty here. So you're going to kind of just mound it into the center, into kind of a tube shape. So essentially we're making like a big sausage. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good like that. Now we're going to take that parchment paper, kind of roll it, and you're going to use that parchment paper. You can wrap it all the way around. That might be easier so it doesn't ooze out the sides. Then you're just going to roll it. And just that rolling motion, because it's still pretty smooth, it's not super firm yet, it's really easy to shape. So you just form it into the tube shape. Okay, like that. And then I'm just going to flatten the ends a little bit. And that's just so that when you take that first slice off, you still get a whole slice. You take that slices all the way to the end. Okay, that looks great. All right, so now we're just going to get that into the oven for 45 minutes. Okay, so our pepperoni is out of the oven and I stuck it into the fridge for a little bit. It's really best if you can stick that in the fridge overnight before you use it, because then it's really nice and firm. But I can't wait. I want to make this for our dinner. So still just slightly warm, but that's okay. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing. So I'm going to slice some up here so you can see what it looks like. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It smells so good. And you can slice it really thin. Of course, it slices even better once it's cooled. But I just wanted to show you what that's like. And you see here how my loaf it's a little bit flat on this side. If you spend a little bit more time rolling that, or if you have like a little, like a baguette pan or something like that, that you can set it in while it's baking, if you really want it to be that perfectly round pepperonis, because these are a little bit, you know, a little bit oblong shaped, but once you taste it, you're not going to worry about the shape of that pepperoni. So I'm gonna quick make us a pizza for our dinner and put some of these on it, and then I'll meet you at the table for a taste. It's time for the taste. I have been waiting for this, smelling this. So I like to put my pepperoni on pizza. Of course, I mean, who doesn't? But you could also put these, my husband's favorite way to eat these is sliced in a wrap with, you know, sliced onion and tomato and lettuce and all that good stuff and lots of mustard. But mine is definitely on the pizza. Ooh, hot. This, so good. So full of flavor. And you know what I like about it even more? That I don't have to do this to pour all the grease off. And I don't have to worry about all of the gross stuff that goes into a regular pepperoni. This is all good for you, nutritious, healthy. And it's delicious. I can't wait for you to try it. Be sure to give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week.